guys, girls, and non-binary pals. I am Frida Sapphic.
And I'm Claudia and welcome to Dragopedia. This week we discuss finding your style, our humble drag beginnings, and we find out what made Frida say this.
If your bottom lip does not touch your chin, I'm not. And we find out why Miss Claudia Gabor said this.
And between us girls, his penis is absolutely big quality. It's like a three-man job.
Read a jingle.
Oh yeah, can you imagine that a little camp jingle?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're going. Okay, cool. Hello everyone, my name is Frida Sapphic.
Hello everybody, my name is Claudia Gabor.
And welcome to our podcast where we talk about all things drag and all things do's and don'ts of drag.
Yeah, all things camp.
All things camp, things that we've learned, things that you shouldn't do, and who better to talk about what to do in drag than us two?
Oh no, what to do in drag?
Yes, or what not to do in drag, exactly. I guess a great place to start off is to just talk about your drag style. What's your drag style, Claudia?
Oh, drag style, I'd say it was cheap. Luxuriously cheap.
Yes, of course.
Affordable, touchable, white clean.
You're very like the Newcastle's answer to Gemma Collins.
Yeah, I feel like that. I'm like Middlesbrough's answer to Katie. I feel like Middlesbrough's answer to Katie Price at the minute.
Very that, yeah.
Stifler's mom.
If you're listening on Spotify, you can go over and watch the video on YouTube, and Claudia just has her tits out, just fully.
Oh, I thought it was cold. Sorry, everyone. They're out. Well, they're out now. I might as well leave them out.
Claudia is looking glamorous as ever. And what's the Middlesbrough drag scene like? What's the Middlesbrough drag scene like?
Well, it can be a bit hit and miss because a few years ago there was more than 2 clubs.
Aye, yeah.
And when I say there was more than 2 clubs, I mean like there was one more.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of disappeared and it became nothing. And then the staple bar went. Yeah. And then there was no scene at all.
What was that bar? What was that called? Penny will remember it. Will she?
It was the Oak. It was the Oak where Sapphires is now.
All right.
That was kind of like a staple. And then we had Blue and Basement around the corner, which is now obviously, well, it's not now tiny, but that's on the same. So there was only Sapphires and Tiny. So it's very condensed.
Yeah. No, it seems
hard.
It seems like Newcastle's a lot bigger, but then also Newcastle seems really small at the same time.
Yeah, compared to Middlesbrough, Newcastle is like New York.
Yeah.
It's so diverse. Although it is quite diverse in Middlesbrough with the different types of queens that we have. Uh-huh. It's quite hard to become established, I find.
In Middlesbrough?
Yeah, especially with it being so small and there's not enough jobs for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's like dog eat dog, really.
Well, that's like Newcastle, really, though. Like, if people don't know, Newcastle's drag scene is very like you just DJ, or you're a shot girl. And I think it's scenes like Manchester and London, which are more performance based.
Oh, I'd love that. I know.
Which I would genuinely really, really like a lot.
It's such a shame that we haven't got that up here. And I think with COVID, I mean, we did have kind of show bars starting like Can, those things like that, and even now because of COVID, it's just gone to absolute shit.
Yeah.
So I think we were getting to a place where these venues were available, but now we're back to square one again.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Like, there's a lot of bars in Newcastle that just sort of like, I mean, not to talk about COVID, we're not gonna talk about it loads because this is a nice escape from it. But
yes, it is.
Say, there might be some bars that might not survive COVID,
which is such a shame. A shame.
Newcastle again is one of those cities that have seen bars come and go, and seen people like it's like Central. Central has been every other name under the sun. It changes every.
That's true. Yeah, because what's it now? Is it Queens now?
Queens. It doesn't even have any queens in it, and I'm not even afraid to shit talk them. But it's a gay bar for the straight people.
Oh right, okay.
That
right, okay. So they're trying to muzzle in.
Aye, aye.
That's it.
But Claudia, where did you get your drag name from?
My drag name comes from my obsession with well, it's two reasons actually. Funnily
Uh,
enough, my favourite supermodel is Claudia Schiffer.
Mint, right? Come.
As a child, I was obsessed with Kirsten Dunst in Interview with a Vampire,
Oh, work.
and
Okay, yeah.
her name's also Claudia.
Mint,
So it
yeah.
was, and I had a rabbit actually called Claudia. Um,
Oh, that's dead
so
cute.
I just copied.
And then Gabor is like,
Well, obviously I was Inkwell first
yeah.
because of my tattoos and everything, but I didn't really like that, and then poor Gucci took pity on a poor fat girl and was like, oh, right, take that makeup off and you can use my name. I was like, right, okay. And then here we are.
So she was like, look prettier, wear nicer wigs, and then you can be my child.
She just said to me, right, you look like a woman. Who's your mother? I went, I haven't got one. She went, you do now.
Oh,
And I
see,
was like, all right, okay.
what a lovely little family story.
I mean, when I say woman, it was Heather Trott from EastEnders, but you know, big fat Hev.
How did you get your start? What did you do? I mean, I feel like I know this, but what did you do?
I started. It was a lip sync Lollapalooza in York, and it
Have
was
I?
80s.
I have, haven't I?
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
was 80s, like a final fling, and
Uh-huh.
obviously, and I just had a mashup of Locomotion and So Macho, and I thought, right, well, give me some sequins, give me some white hair, because everyone goes white, don't they?
Yeah, very that. Yeah.
Everyone's platinum first, and I totally felt the fantasy. Like I wasn't even tucked. I had no boobs in. I wasn't cinched. I just had tights and a dress on.
Not like now.
Not like
Definitely
now.
not now. No.
I haven't got anything. I haven't got anything on now.
Well, yeah. No, you're all natural woman. No. Honestly, I called up Claudia and I was like, Claudia, I think I'm going to be late. And Claudia was like, I just rolled out of bed.
I was like, oh my god! Like I totally got up early, and then I didn't. And then I was like, all right, okay. I best get ready. I best start to get ready a little bit.
um,
And here we are.
exactly, exactly. And why did you start drag as well?
When or why?
Why?
Oh, why? Why? Because again, my friend who did this lip sync
Yeah.
was like, I need someone to open the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do this, and I'll see you. Don't message me until the 17th of June. See you then.
So that was literally like someone literally said to you, just like,
yeah, and I opened a show for my first ever, my debut.
oh,
It was awful.
I mean,
Oh, it was awful. I've got the videos. I'll send you it. It's horrendous.
well, you've sent it to the Drag Idol group chat. You've sent that video.
All right.
Yeah, have you made it? I mean, you do a lot of things that you don't remember. You tell us a lot of
Yeah,
things you don't remember.
yeah, that's true. But then Franny always remembers.
Franny always remembers. Franny always brings
Franny always remembers, and then she brings it up at the most fucking inappropriate of times.
Franny, if you're listening, Claudia's got her clothes out for you ready.
Bitch.
Your drag mother is Gucci Gabor.
She is indeed.
Obviously, she won Drag Idol in 2015. 15?
Yeah.
Yeah. She won Drag Idol in 2015. She's probably one of the best, I would say, winners of Drag Idol. Like,
I would agree. Yeah.
Very successful. Gorgeous. Always got lovely.
Oh, horrendous. Bitch.
I love her very much. Was when you started drag and you had that, not when you started drag, but when you had that sort of, everyone now knew you as Claudia Gabor, Gucci's drag daughter, was that sort of like a lot of pressure? Was that like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna live up to
it was because then automatically I kind of had shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, right, well, okay, so what are you going to bring to the table? And that's the reason why I wanted to do Drag Idol myself, was to prove that I'm not, people don't just know me because I'm Gucci's daughter. I can actually hold a crowd myself, and I can do it on my own merit. So that's why I did. Well, it is quite hard because it's automatically like, you kind of, because I suppose she's got other daughters and things like that. And I think it's automatically, when it's like that, you kind of compared in a way. you've got to be as good or not as bad as the other.
That's the thing. Like I'm not shy to being compared to other queens on the scene.
Yes.
Let me just say that I have a lot of. I mean, I'll name names. I have been compared to Teresa a few times, not because we're at the same standard, but because just for some reason we are like quite similar. And I think it's genuinely because we've came at Drag Idol the same way, as in our point of view in the numbers that we create are quite similar.
Yes, I get that.
We always have like a message to our numbers. And then I also get compared quite a few times to Anna. Which, you know, like as someone who's like starting out on the drag scene and wanting to create like some kind of just what's the word, like a face for yourself and a name for yourself and my own thing, my own like I don't know what's it called.
But
like,
it's your own genre and your own flavour, isn't
exactly.
it?
It's then when people come over and go, oh, you're just like this person, and it's like, well, thank you, that's really sweet, I do really look up to them and I get that and I understand that, I get where the link comes from, but also at the same time, like not everything, like I got, so people will say to us all the time like, oh, I saw that you changed your channel and a number and Teresa did that last year, and I was like, first of all, Teresa doesn't own changing channels and a number, and second of all, like queens have been doing that for years, so like
it's that's one of the things that annoys me, especially with when it's like that and you do get compared and you think no one owns anything. If you want to do it, you're more than you. Do you know that it's allowed?
Yeah,
it is allowed.
Exactly.
That not one person hasn't claimed it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Unless if someone whips heels off and has boats legs, then I've claimed that.
I mean, unless someone comes on stage with a decapitated Boris Johnson head, then listen.
I mean, they're not going to do that there.
Let's just say that.
We will come for bitches. We know where they live.
Do you think now, though, like maybe this is me being delusional, but do you think now, though, that next year's Drag Idol, whenever that'll happen, who knows, because we'll have to get rid of this episode, but next year's Drag Idol in 2022, do you think now, though, people will be like, oh, that queen's just like Claudia, or that queen's just like Frida?
Oh, I kind of hope so, because then that at least we've stuck about and people have remembered our performances from the competition, which means what we're doing now is right. But it's flattering, but I don't think it's nice for the new ones.
That's the thing, yeah.
Like, and it's like it would be different if it went, oh, you're like Miss Tesco, because then you're just a bit shit, aren't you? So then that's like, yeah, she's gonna give her 3 weeks and she's gonna have gone anyway. But I think it's nice, but I think it's a bit shitty for the others, especially if there's nerves involved.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Because from one point of view, it's like, oh, that feels great for me. That like really increases my ego. Like, oh, I'm getting compared. I've been remembered. But at the same time, for those little queens, it's like, oh, they're just another Claudia. And who needs another one of them?
I mean, no one needs another one of them. I mean, we don't even need me. We do not even need me right now, do we? I mean, no one asked for this.
I did.
This is just what you get. This is just what you're given.
I wished for it. I wished upon a star and it came down.
A dream is a wish. A dream is a wish a heart makes.
I don't really want to like spend too much time. Oh my god, I don't want to spend like too much time on Drag Idol, but address the elephant in the room. Drag Idol has been happening for a very long time.
Oh, about 5,000 years.
And I think, no offense, right? If it wasn't for us and how genuinely, I'm going to toot my own horn, genuinely how amazing we are, I think people would end up getting pretty sick of it.
I do, like, because it's been, like, it's nearly been a year.
Well, you said the other day, you were like, oh, I put on a Facebook status a year ago today saying, I'm applying for Drag Idol. Yeah,
Chris had just said, right, you're in, and that was like a year yesterday, I think. And it's crazy. It's crazy to think that it's all happened in a year. This should have been finished, what, April?
Yeah.
Like, this is April.
Well,
It is,
me and Ivy had a hotel booked for the final.
which one?
Sorry?
Which final? Which number
First one.
final?
The first one.
Right, yeah.
The final of Drag Idol. And then I think it got well, I don't even think it got postponed, did it? I think it was just like, we'll just wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then I think everyone was like, oh, it'll come back in the summer. And then it didn't.
It'll come back now.
And then we were like, oh, it's came back in October and it'll come back again like a week later, and it didn't. So like now we're just sort of waiting it out.
In limbo.
Really?
We're just waiting for Chris to come and dangle a carrot in front of our faces. It's great, isn't it?
It's like, what?
I just think like, oh, is this ever going to fucking happen? Well, just give us a fucking crown each, really.
So me and Claudia are now the first joint winners of Drag Idol.
Thank you. Oh no, what would be second? What about Dragon and the Whale?
Oh yeah, then.
Oh no, but we are. Yeah, but we're not a double act.
Yeah.
We're the first draw.
We can always be a double act if you want to come back to final.
I just keep looking at my nipples in the mirror.
They look gorgeous. They're fantastic. Oh my god. I think genuinely everyone should go and watch the YouTube video, because Claudia is flaunting her nipples like there's no tomorrow.
It's cute. It's cute.
But I do think that our year has been the most cursed year of Drag Idol.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
Fucking horrendous. Our year, apart from the obvious, our year is genuinely a lot's happened. Let's just say that.
Yes, it has. Mm-hmm. But it's been eventful. It's been fun.
I think our year, like, our year is probably the most closest.
I'd agree. I would agree.
And I genuinely think it's because of lockdown, but also I've taken lockdown as a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my number that I did in the semi-final would not have been that if the semi-final went as planned back in March.
Yeah, I don't think mine would have either. I don't think I probably wouldn't have been as funny.
Yeah.
On my live part of it, I don't think I would have been as as crude as I was.
Yeah.
I think I would have played it a little bit safer.
There's also a lot of material in the live that would never have happened if it wasn't for that break.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know what I mean?
That's very true, because I think when it's week after week, to keep it topical, something like, say, for something to happen that week and for it to be like major, it's quite. I think you're asking a lot there. So yeah. we had a bit of grace, didn't we, by having them a couple of months off?
100%, yeah.
It was good, obviously, to just recharge, to refresh your brain and your ideas and get a bit new flavour.
But that's also the thing, like, not to worry you, but my final number is very current.
Yeah, same.
It's very current. And so
yeah.
So really, the longer they leave this, the more material I have to work with. So.
Well, this is kind of the, obviously, other than my first one, but there's, with what I'm doing to the second, if I actually get to do it, is very topical. So, like I said, the longer it goes on, I've got more to play with.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know that probably pisses Chris off, because he keeps wanting our like videos like now, and it's like, well, no, if I've got time, then I'm going to keep this time, and I'm going to make it as good as I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not doing me dirty like that, Christopher. I'm sorry.
Christopher. What have been your highlights of other people? Not us two, but like highlights of other people's numbers in Drag Idol? This year.
Oh. Probably when Tess turned that fucking till over. That was like I wanted to storm that stage and just fucking boot her all over. Sorry for swearing, listeners, but no, that was not fair. That was not called for. And then the week after, there was that on that little toilet. The little abuse that was wrote about was all that was a highlight. Also her leaving, that was a highlight. And oh, there's something else, isn't there? Jasmine Dick's big green penis. I mean, that.
How she didn't win that week for that is
the big green penis people eater or whatever it was. Like, that was just mental. She looked like it was like Audrey from like some fucked up Audrey from like the Little Shop of Horrors, but yeah. I don't know. It was just this whole. I was just mesmerised. I really was. And that was it. Also, again, Jasmine Dick and Prop Week when she had Smash It and just did the 80s.
The year that she
went. And then she did Sister Act. I mean, you had Smash Hits and you're doing Sister Act the musical on Prop Week. That is iconic. You're doing show tunes on Prop Week. Amazing.
That's honestly, if people are watching this and they happen to have not seen this year's Drag Idol, there have been some cracking numbers.
There has been.
Don't watch week 1, part 1. Just start at week 2.
Yeah. You don't really need to watch part 1, do you? Really, you don't. There's no one. Well, there's no one. There's been no one in the competition from week 1 since week 3, has there?
No, Cher.
Was Cher week 1?
Yeah.
Oh, well done, Cher.
Well done, Cher. Last remaining. Well done.
Well done. Well deserved.
But yeah, I agree. I also think Mixie's number for Prop Week was incredible. With the crap.
Yes. Oh, that was amazing.
There were certain numbers where I did genuinely watch that and go, fuck. Oh.
Yeah. There's been some numbers that I've watched back as well. Yeah. And I thought, I would have thought that person would have got a better feedback to what they got on the night. Yeah. I mean, I do understand it's filmed different, so you're seeing it from different point of view when you're a judge and everything like that.
Yeah.
But no, there's been loads of people that I thought, that's a shame. You deserved better.
Yeah, just say my name, really.
Oh, well, it's okay. I don't need to name names. Our listeners know.
Also, what are your goals and aspirations in drag?
What do you to get in the Bake Off tent. I want to be the first drag queen in the Bake Off tent.
That would be.
I know. Now a little clue again. Other little fun fact about me. 2 years ago, I actually failed my screen test.
The Bake Off.
So, yeah, I got into the test kitchen, and I failed my screen test because I applied as Claudia, but I didn't. I turned up to my screen test as me, as Mark. I just thought, I thought personality-wise, it's going to be the same. It's just not me in makeup. Which, to be fair, I'm quite glad because I can imagine the sweat in that tent.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty bearable. But I would love to do that. And what else do I want? Oh, I want to get gang fucked by Sunderland FC as well. Please.
Mint, just
this is my Hanukkah wish.
your Hanukkah wish.
Baruch Hashem.
Oh, we forgot to talk about the holidays. Did you have a nice holiday?
Oh, I did actually. It was lovely. Yeah, as you know, it was a bit bittersweet for me this year, but it was the best day, and it was lovely. And New Year was gorgeous, and we got a little bit of extra time off at work. Obviously, thank you, Boris.
Thanks, Bob.
But yeah, it was just been very, very chilled.
Mm-hmm.
I did throw all the chocolates away.
We're still working through ours.
Oh no, I threw mine out. I wasn't doing it to myself.
No. Why? Because you want to be a skinny bitch?
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Claudia's just stood up and showed her waist.
I know. I have one now. Can you believe that?
Oh!
Can you believe I have a waist?
I honestly, Christmas miracle, truly.
Isn't it? Isn't it? I am what everyone wants for Christmas.
Flippin' gorgeous. Did you
All
catch
I
it
want.
for Christmas?
Did you what? Sorry, get anything?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's dead spoiled. He got I got him the full range of like Disney cat toys, and he has a little jumper. I got him a little jumper that he won't wear, a little Batman jumper, but he won't wear it. He's got some Batman toys,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had a lovely chicken dinner for Christmas.
Mint.
And he's got this, and then this other like cat paraphernalia that just gets under my feet and hurts when you stand on it.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
He got a shitload of that, like clutter.
Yeah.
Tat.
Shit that you're going to throw away in a few weeks.
Yeah. Oh, watch this video, boys and girls.
Oh,
Mm.
I'm going to put an instruction on this. We're not going to get monetized.
This is PG-13. We all have them. We all have them, though. It's not like
for the little kids.
Just the one.
Just a classy message, yeah.
Isn't it, though? Isn't it? It's subtle. Something for the weekend.
Subtle. It's subtle.
Subtle.
Also, Claudia.
Yes.
Who are your favourite queens on the scene? And your least favourite? If you want to name your least favourite.
Oh, you know I want to. You know I'll totally name. I'll name and shame. I'm not bothered, mate.
Do it.
Least favourite queen. Oh.
Start with do least favourite and then finish with favourite, so we can.
Least favourite queen. I'm trying to think. You
not have one from Middlesbrough?
All of them?
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I have beef with everyone. Probably Lola, I think.
Okay, right. Is that from Middlesbrough?
Yeah, not because she's my least favourite, just because
you just don't
particularly like her.
Okay, fair.
Favourite queen. Oh, it's going to be Gooch, isn't it? It's going to be Mother. No. It's going to be Mother, and obviously, like here is it's Gucci and Tess and Emma and Cara for me.
Yeah,
they're my favourite. Well, that and I just love them. I just think they're fucking hilarious.
Testicle, not Tesco.
Absolutely testicle, never Tesco. Always Asda, never Tesco.
Grandmother Tessie.
Oh, bless her.
Oh, bless her.
You can't call her that. She'll have a fit.
Oh shit, sorry. I think one of my favourite queens on our scene is definitely Gladys.
Yes.
I think Gladys is probably. I just think Gladys is probably one of those queens that could 100% walk into Drag Race and win it.
Yeah, totally. I can say that.
Do anything. As long as she's true to herself, she doesn't get in her head, she doesn't stress.
Yeah.
I think
because it's just so natural. It's just so natural with Gladys, isn't it? It's just like
she's so charismatic. She's so amazing. Yeah. She's so hilarious. Yeah, she's a queen for the people. People. She's the queen for the people.
The queen we need, not the queen we deserve.
And also, she loves drag. Like, she just loves drag.
Yeah, she does. So, what about you? Anyway, enough about us, me, and other people. What about Frida? What makes Frida tick?
Frida. What?
What makes Frida tick?
Tick. Oh God, what makes Frida tick? Oh, who makes me angry?
No, what kind of things do you like to do in drag? What's it about? What?
My drag is very political. It's also very camp. I've realised that if I do a number that's very political, that doesn't have a lot of comedy bits in it, people aren't going to like it. But if I do a number that's very political and very camp and quite funny, people are going to really
Yeah.
like it, which is with anything really. No one wants to be at a gay bar at 2 a.m. crying. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, true. Very
Or
true.
like thinking philosophically about life. Like no one wants that.
No,
But
they don't.
so my name Frida comes from Frida Kahlo. I love her very much. She's like
Yes.
she's a no one knows who Frida Kahlo is. She's a painter. She's she's a bisexual painter. She's a woman, obviously, and and she's also Spanish. And I love her very much. And like I've always like when I wanted to start drag, I was always like, if I'm going to start drag, my name needs to be Frida. I don't know what my last name is, but my name needs to be
Yeah.
Frida. That makes so much sense to me, anyway.
Yeah.
We're just very
And
simple.
well,
I and
oh,
then sapphic comes from if you call yourself a sapphic, that just means it's just another word for lesbian, really. Fun fact.
oh yeah, oh yes, it is, isn't it? It's isn't it Latin?
Greek, but
Well, there you go.
it's
Same area. Same area.
I'm always like Frida Sapphic, and people are just like sitting there going, and I'm like, there's no pun.
Yeah, someone did that to me the other day when I told them I did drag. They went, "What's your name?" I said Claudia and Frida. I don't get it.
I was like,
it's not. I was like, it's not a joke name, so you can take that look. You can take that look of confusion off your face.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, okay.
I was like, it's just like people expect a Frida to come with a nipple. Like Frida, exactly that.
Like this.
Like a nipple, yes, that. Yeah, I came on the drag scene like not a few years ago. Last year? No, 2 years ago. Jesus Christ, 2019.
So we've been about the same amount of time then, because I've been doing it. Yeah, 2018. I think I did mine.
But I started drag, no lashes, no foundation, just a bit of eyeshadow and a wig.
Nice. I mean, why not? I mean, we've all been there.
And everyone was like, I don't know if you were trying to do drag back then, but what you're doing now is a lot, not to sound shady, but a lot better than what you were doing then. I was like, no, I 100% get it. Like back then, drag to me was just sort of seeing what everyone else is doing, seeing if like, and just sort of gathering the waters, really. I was silently judging everyone, being like, this looks cool, I'm going to try that. That doesn't look cool, I'm not going to try that.
That was a bit like me at first. I was going out and I was like, right, I like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'll steal that. And I'll steal that. And then I still looked shit when I went out. It was awful. I still look like I should be called Steve.
Because I think learning from other people is the best way to do drag.
It really is. It really is, because I think sometimes you need that guidance. Other than, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm all full of praise for these people that have done it all themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I know myself. I needed that little bit of try this, try that.
Same.
I needed that brain to pick.
Yeah. Same.
Because otherwise, I was just horrendous. I was just doing like I was making myself look like a firehouse dog with a wig on, and being like, "Look at me, feeling my oats." I was a tiger at one point, and I thought, right there.
Like I think the best way to sort of like gather your own style is to start recreating other people's styles, but obviously not sticking to it. Like don't like my least favorite thing that I hate saying is people putting a Trixie Mattel mug on, putting a Trixie dress on, and going, "I'm a drag queen." I'm like, no, you're just a Trixie Mattel impersonator. Like,
yeah, a Trixie stan.
Like, do that if you wanna, like, I don't know, impersonate Trixie for a Halloween costume, and if you wanna like, impersonate Trixie if you wanna gather like improve your skills in drag, but then take those skills of what you learned from Trixie doing Trixie's makeup, and then make your own thing.
Yeah, put your own spin on it rather than, because I think that queen's worked so hard to get her look, and she started from the ground up, and then when it's like that, yeah, fair enough, take hints and tips and shapes and things like that. But I think when someone just comes in and just rips your face off. It's a bit like, it's like plagiarism, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's a bit, I mean, it's flattering, but I can't help but feel like I would be insulted if that was me.
That's the thing. As someone who hates being compared to other people, if my drag was literally go out there and impersonate someone else, I'd hate it. I'd absolutely hate it.
Me too. It wouldn't be for me. I wouldn't feel like I was being true to myself, because you're being somebody else.
Oh,
I know you're being somebody else anyway, but you're becoming somebody else, being not the reason why you're doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That makes complete sense, Claudia. Well done.
I'm so knowledgeable.
And I don't really want to talk about Drag Race, but
yes,
this is Drag Race season, and
yeah,
we're going to have to touch on it a little bit. But this podcast isn't another Drag Race watch party.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. No, there's enough of them to go around.
But have you been watching Drag Race, Claudia? This won't go out like tomorrow, by the way. By the time this is filming, Drag Race might be over. But
yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, I have actually. I've seen. I thought it was quite mean.
What?
I thought it was quite mean.
Mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've been in quarantine. Like, I totally agree with what Jan said.
Right. Yeah.
And then to come out and go straight on that main stage, it must be so overwhelming.
Yeah.
To think that. But then I suppose for us, in a way, it's not the same. But it's like when people knew what weeks they've always been in Drag Idol, and then they've all got planned, and then we walked into something, and it's like, no, bitch, it's not what you think.
That's the thing. I remember telling Anna, I was like, Anna, I'm doing Drag Idol, and she was like, great, what are your plans? And I was like, well, if the year goes the same way that Teresa's year went, this is exactly what I'm doing week by week. And the only thing I had planned was prop week. I was like, this is what I'm doing for Fierce and Fabulous, this is what I'm doing for Disney Week, this is blah, blah, blah. And then when they were like, so next week is Decades, the next week after that is like this, that, and the other, and I'm just sat there like, okay, let me just change everything.
I'm just gonna go now. But yeah, I feel like when it's like that, they've prepared themselves and become mentally like in this focused box lane kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
And then they've gone in and it's been like, absolutely, no, this is not what you think. It's not what you've ever thought.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, I can't help but feel like, would the mental health like consequences of that be harsher than what it has been in previous years when they've left?
Yeah, that makes sense. And imagine if you got that there, you get told, you come into the workroom and then you just get told straight away, oh, by the way, then you're going home.
Yeah, this is it. This is your time on Drag Race. But you'll always be Drag Race. But you'll always be Drag Race royalty for sitting on a fucking chair.
You'll always be the lip sync. Don't you worry about it.
It's just like, oh, please.
Absolutely mental. But
I am, however, excited for season 2 of the UK.
Yes, same.
Yes.
It feels
only because I feel. Yeah, I just feel like America is. It's more like look based.
Yes.
Where over here, I mean, it's performance based, isn't it? It's more comedy based.
Yeah.
And like you say, when we're in clubs at 2:00 in the morning, you need someone who can hold that crowd and keep them all laughing, as opposed to crying or whatever they're doing. And to be fair, there's only so many times you can find a death drop entertaining.
It's
all the same.
It's entertaining if it's at the, oh my god, sorry. It's entertaining if it's at the right time and the right part of the song and it's a good build up, but like if it's just there to be there, then what's the point?
Yeah, if that's all you've got in your armory and you're just using it to like at every God-given moment, then it's a bit, really, this again?
Yeah. Like Penny T says, she was like, it's fine to be pretty, but if you can't entertain people, then what are you doing? You can. It's you just good to look good, but
of course, go and stand on a door somewhere with your zero personality.
Take some pictures, upload on Instagram.
Yeah, in your bedroom.
See you later, babe.
Yeah, with your sister's clobber on. Lovely.
But there's loads of little baby queens now. We're seeing loads of queens sort of like 13, 14, 15 years old wanting to start drag and like be on Instagram and basically starting drag essentially.
Yeah.
Um, is there any kind of advice that you could give them? As when they turn 18, obviously. Any
Yeah.
advice that you could give them of like, this is what I had been told?
Yeah, it would probably, I just kind of reiterate what we've just kind of said, really, is just be yourself. Don't
Yeah.
try and be anybody else.
Yeah.
Just be yourself, because, like I say, nobody else can do it as good as you. So, and you're not that other person, so just don't do it. Just be yourself, just have fun. And I think top and bottom of it, that's what it's about. Have fun.
Yeah. The best advice that I could honestly give people is like, just don't listen to
Oh
people.
yes, and if you're asking me, because I always do my eyebrows first. Eyebrows before foundation, girls.
Oh, I don't. I do.
Yeah, you do it the other way.
Yeah, sorry.
But girls, if you're thinking about taking up drag, boys, this is not for you. Eyebrows before foundation, girls.
But honestly, like, but also don't listen to people. But like
Yeah.
if the queen wants to give you advice and say, by the way, maybe contour your face like this, that's not an attack. That's them helping you. Just FYI.
That's constructive criticism.
Yeah, but also if a queen's gonna sit there and go, that's not drag, don't listen to them. What drag is drag, and if that's drag,
yeah, all drag is valid. All drag is valid.
All drag is valid.
Peace.
And also one of the best advices that I've been given, not directly, but like I heard Monet Exchange, who is a drag race person, say on I think it was like an interview or something, say once that if you want to start drag, go to the nearest club in drag and go help a queen up the stairs, and then they will remember you the next time. And they will
exactly, yeah, definitely.
That's genuinely the best thing that I could say. Just be nice to people. And
that's actually really good. That's a really good piece of advice, that.
Right?
Isn't it? Yeah. I've not thought of that before, but I totally would remember that person.
Yeah, 100%. Someone came up to me and was like, do you want to help your bags? I share. Do you want a gig next week? You do.
I share. Do you want to go home?
I've got a free bed tonight. Do you want to go home?
Yeah.
How is your love life, by the way, Claudia? What's been cracking on?
Oh, yeah, I am starting to date somebody.
Oh, can we have any sort of this can be like a regular theme in the podcast. We can check in with Claudia's love life. Do you have
he's called Chris. It is not how.
Wow. Holy shit.
And between us girls, his penis is absolutely fucking walloping. It's like a 3-man job. I mean, it's such a lovely change.
Did it rip your insides out?
Oh, it was gorgeous. I felt like I was getting pulled out by like a Christmas tree. I felt every little lump and bump and vein and everything. I was in heaven.
That is vulgar, but I flipping love that.
This is why I'm going for like full cocktail vibes today.
Oh, you're feeling yourself.
I love it.
But is there like a second date then?
Is it the what? Sorry.
Is there like a second date then?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah. We're definitely we constantly talk, and it's lovely, and he's just such a nice guy, and he's really cute. He's one of these really like cute, thoughtful guys.
Do I know him? I don't know him, do I?
No, but he's into really weird, kinky shit.
Okay. I mean,
so do you know when like? So do you know when you'd lay there after you've like twitching after you've been molested for hours?
Right. Yeah.
And your nerves are just absolutely fucked. But then he'll come and cuddle you afterwards, which is nice.
That's nice.
It is, isn't it? Like he'll totally destroy you, and then I'll get a hug.
Aw, that's cute.
I know, it's lovely.
I know. You called that a weird kink?
I mean, no, like there's other things.
Oh, can we disclose them or no?
Maybe it's not just yet. Maybe that's for another episode.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll plan
That can be for another that's another segment of Catch Up with Claudia.
Honestly, guys, cliffhangers. This podcast has everything. It's got drag.
Isn't it?
It's got cliffhangers. It's got Claudia's tits. It's got
Yes.
What other things? What other things that you love about drag? And the things you hate about drag as well.
I love the diversity, how nothing is right, nothing is wrong.
Yeah.
And how everything's just a celebration, and I love that.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, and the whole queerness of it, I love being queer. Mm-hmm. And that whole being a queer performer and in your face, there's nothing I love more than getting in drag and then walking through the middle of the town on a Sunday afternoon when the football matches are on in the pub, and I'm like, yes, lads, I love it. I absolutely love it.
But doesn't it not just feel so like affirming? Like, it's like the cherry on top of the cake. Like, yes, you're queer, yes, you're gay, yes, you're this, that, and the other, but then you also do drag. It feels very like, I don't know, it feels like the last sort of thing in the box of
who I am. Yeah, I know, it's the last thing we can do to kind of push ourselves, isn't it? Push that boundary.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're also accepted as well. So it's, I mean, I would hate to think even doing this in the 90s would have been completely different to what it is now, like the acceptance and everything.
But even like,
and I just love that. I love that part about it as well.
Even doing this,
drag is for everyone.
Yeah, doing this in like 10 years' time, I bet it'll be so different.
Everything will totally change.
What we're doing now, people are probably going to look at it and go, "That was drag."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. It's just because I think it's ever growing and ever expanding, isn't it? And there's always somebody or people or whatever that can push.
Yeah.
And then make us all think, no, we weren't expecting that. We didn't think you could do that. And I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gays. Go the gays.
Yay, the gays!
I use as an umbrella term. An umbrella term, you understand? An umbrella term.
And what do you hate the most about drag?
Having a smelly willy when I take my tights off.
Same.
I really don't. When you've been in drag and you've been tucked and you've been in it all day and you've been working, when you get home and you take your tights off, that's what I hate. It's just not nice. I mean, that is, no one ever tells you about, boys and girls, no one ever tells you about this side of drag.
Unboxing all the unglamorous parts of drag.
Yeah, that, or going to the toilet in drag.
Oh, fucking hell. Even
just a nightmare.
Doing that in drag, it's fully like, it's a whole thing. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a whole thing. I really don't know what I was going to say there, but it's a whole thing. Let's just say that.
It really is, for the want of a better word.
It's like,
I just find,
4 pairs of tights.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
4 pairs of tights, and then you've got your tuck and pants, and then you've got,
And you guess it's like when you just like, do I really need to toilet? Like, am I really going to put myself through that? Like, do I want to?
Yeah, when you start risking the like infections, it's like you think, is this really for me?
Let me just say this though. Before drag, I was a lot richer, and also my skin was a lot better. So let's just
that was. I must admit, I was so much more wealthy than I am now, and I had nice skin. Yeah. It got to the point where when I was doing it drag 7 nights a week, and my skin was raw, absolutely raw, and I couldn't even through the day. Even touching my face was like an inconvenience because it was so tender.
I've seen Gladys wash her. I mean, Gladys is one of those queens again who has done it. Used to, not obviously anymore, but like when the bars were open, did drag like 7 nights a week,
Yeah.
like till early hours in the morning, and I've watched her wash her face with hand soap.
Oh yeah.
Disgusting.
I've seen there's been I've had to use like I've used just a bar of Dove and then literally just
But I've
on my
sat there and I
face.
was like, what the fuck are you doing? She was like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I was gonna say I can imagine standing there with the hands under the Kimberly Clark pump.
That's exactly what it was. In the yard in the toilet, like
in the yard toilet. Oh my god. It's awful, isn't it? The things that we do, all for the name of entertainment and for making other people's nights amazing.
I mean, I will sit there in the taxi, take my wig off, take my eyelashes off, and just like get a wipe and just.
Oh, totally. When I come home, I can get in the taxi looking like Katie Price. I get out looking like Denise Welch.
Exactly.
It's great.
I get in the taxi looking like Fiona in the first film and come out looking like Fiona at the end of the first film. In Shrek, sorry. Like full on just Volga transformation. Absolutely disgusting.
It's just awful, isn't it? Awful.
Are there any trends in drag that you just absolutely despise?
There is, and I don't know if it's still going now.
Okay.
But can you remember when everyone was making the nostrils bigger with the black pen?
What the fuck was all that about?
Why are you doing that? You look like you can pick your nose and spoon.
And you know what, right? It was mainly like female drag queens, so drag queens that were born as women. It was mainly those type of drag queens that would make their nostrils bigger. And me as a baby drag queen would sit there and go, am I meant to be drawn on nostrils? Like,
yeah, I was a bit like that. I thought, oh, does this mean I'm not a drag queen if I don't make my nose look huge? It was the fact that we're going so square and triangle like, and it was all very weird. It was all very, very strange.
I remember that's just unlocked like a really traumatic memory in my mind of like, I remember that was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, I can remember seeing it one day and thinking, oh, that is vile.
For me, it was when it's a very new thing. It's so Gigi Good came on Drag Race, and she does this highlight above her lip to sort of like hide where her real lip is, because when she overdraws her lip, so she does a highlight to hide where her real lips are. And if you're Claudia, you don't need to do that because fillers. But then loads of queens started doing it, but it just looked like everyone had a milk mustache.
Yeah. It's not cute, is it? Right?
I hate it. I think it looks good on not Gucci. Looks good on Gigi Good. Everyone else, just stop. Just
yeah. Again, it's that thing, isn't it? It works for her. It doesn't work for you.
Because it's
find your own.
It's literal a white line, and for some reason she looks good. For everyone else, why are you doing it? Why?
Yeah, they look like they've just shaved off a Gomez tash.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it looks like that they've just sort of took a drink of milk and went, yeah.
Stand, I'm going out.
Yeah. Snorted a line and forgot to wipe it off.
Oh, good times.
Good times.
Happy times.
Happy times.
Oh, remember that? Remember when that's what club toilets were used for? Oh, shame.
I remember the smoking area right at the top of Powerhouse. Aww.
Memories. I can't even sing. I'm not even bursting out with a song because I am fucking terrible.
What are drag trends that you absolutely love?
Oh. So at the minute, I'm getting quite. I'm starting to look into more of the fetishy kind of fashion. So I'm finding myself I'm more attracted to that kind of, like, not that side of it, but fashion wise.
Yeah.
I'm finding myself I'm getting very more I'm becoming more into my costumes.
Yeah.
I'm finding I'm getting that side of it's appealing to me more. Like the
Like
creativity side of it, like the
like
building part.
yeah, like latex and like harnesses and
Yeah, and glitter.
okay, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
into that. Yeah.
still it's heavy, but still camp.
Yeah. There's not
That's
really
what.
there's not really a drag trend that I'm obsessed with. I think it's mainly like I do really love I wouldn't call it a trend, but I do really love platform boots, go-go boots,
Yes.
platform shoes. Obsessed
Oh,
with.
same.
I hate those ugly like clear plastic ones that every queen wears, every new baby queen wears.
The blazers.
The pleasers, but the clear plastic.
Yeah, the perspex.
Ugh.
Total,
It's like
total stripper shoes out there.
yeah, but like put some rhinestones on it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
yeah, I that I'm into that. No, I'm not into that. Sorry, I'm not into those pleaser shoes, but I do love platform shoes.
I
Um,
must admit, I have to wear a platform. I can't wear a flat.
mm. And is there like anything that you'd love to see become a trend?
Oh, do you know? Yes, yes, there is
Uh
crimping.
huh. You know what? Right, I'm here for this. I can get behind this. Right.
I love crimped hair, and there's no crimped wigs.
Uh huh.
For for all of you listeners out there, if you do wigs, crimp,
Crimp. Just crimp
crimp.
this. That's so.
Yeah, anything 80s. I want the 80s to come back,
Yeah.
but like the electric 80s.
What like eyeshadow up to your temple
Yeah, and everything's just neon and cool and
and slutty,
like, yeah,
like neon and slutty and like high pony,
oh,
like
totally.
yeah.
Like silver pony, like high silver pony nips out.
I mean, you're literally halfway there.
I mean, I am, aren't I?
You
I
are.
mean, I'll put them away just in case we get shouted at.
In case Gucci's like, excuse me.
Can you put your tits away? Can you get your no, can you make sure your tits are out full time, please?
That's what she would say. That is what she would say. I'd love to get Gucci on.
We should do that.
Gucci,
I'll make one.
if she isn't listening, then she doesn't love you.
She will be listening.
Gucci, if you're listening, please come on. It would be a right hoot and a holler. I'll ask you about your wig.
Yeah, she'll come on. I'll
Aww,
tell her.
Mick.
I'll tell her we want her on.
Thanks, Gucci. Love you,
Or
Illy.
I'm ringing Childline.
What are your biggest don'ts of drag as well? I don't know if I asked you that. What are your like biggest like if a little baby queen was sat there and she was like, Miss Gabor, I want to start drag, and I want to do this, and you literally sit there and go, oh, don't.
Oh, well, I don't know really, but I think my biggest don'ts are don't take your fucking wig off.
In a lip sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not proving anything. It's not this is me. It's not I am what I am. Keep that fucking wig on your head.
Yeah.
I don't care if you want to take your shoes.
Hello, you don't have rose petals. Keep it on.
Yeah. I don't care if you want to take your shoes off if you want, but keep that fucking wig on.
Yeah.
That is my biggest don't. Don't take that wig off.
Yeah. I will say with like if you want to do like with drag makeup, just be patient. And if you don't think it's big enough, it's not big enough. And if you sit there and think, oh, this is enough, it's not enough. Keep going.
Yeah, I was thinking this as I was doing my makeup today, and to think, I thought, I wonder if someone would do their drag makeup and it not be heavy. And I thought, no, because it has to be heavy. That's the point. If
Every
it's
single person, when they start drag, they will wear like a little bit of eyeliner, a little bit of eyeshadow, no lip, no foundation, no contour. I've been there.
Yeah.
Like that might work for you. That might work for you like down the line. But like start off big and heavy.
Yeah, girl, put some makeup on. Like,
Yeah.
get some makeup on that face.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be afraid. We're all a scream.
Like, make sure your eyeliner covers half your temple, and then we can talk.
Yeah. If your budgie blue eyeshadow is not up to your forehead, then I'm not speaking to you, bitch. I've got no reason to be here.
If your eyebrows don't touch your wig lace, then we're not friends.
Yeah, if the tail of your eyebrows doesn't disappear into your wig, then I can't talk to you. Then I can't talk to you, I'm sorry.
If your bottom lip does not touch your chin, I'm not talking to you. I think as we wrap up, is there like any like top tip of the week that you want to bring up?
Yes. There is. I'm quite glad you've mentioned that, Frida. Listen up, boys and girls. Well, this is more for the boys, for the gay boys.
The gay boys.
If someone asks you to go on a date and you are unsure, go for the date, but don't douche. That's my little. Yeah, because if you're unsure, go for the date, but don't douche.
Oh, fair.
And then you're not going to be a slag, and you won't sleep with him.
Is that
so?
Experience.
Don't always douche on the first date. That's my advice.
There you are, little gay boys and people that like dick and an anus. Don't douche on the first date.
Yes. Don't douche on and don't do that. Not on the first date. It's not cute.
Yeah. I don't really have a tip of the week. Tip of the week, find your style. I feel like that has been the theme of this week. It's just
it really has.
Don't copy other people. Like, listen to people, but also don't listen to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Take pointers, but ultimately you make that decision yourself.
Yeah. Like, if someone says your foundation is patchy, it probably is patchy. But if, like, I remember the first day I met Tesco, I said to her, you look really orange. That was literally the first thing I said to her. And has she changed? No. But you know what? She's working towards it, and I'm really proud of her.
Exactly.
But seriously though, if someone says to you, like, your eyeshadow's not blended, it probably isn't blended. But if someone says to you, maybe you shouldn't wear that, don't listen to them. Do not listen to them.
Yeah. No, wear what you want, as long as you're happy and do you, but make sure it's your choice and it's nobody else's.
Yeah, exactly. And is there any queen out there that you want to give a shout out to? Or king? Or king. We're all for equality.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to me and you, actually.
Ah, look at us.
I know, look, I was doing this. Let's shout out to ourselves.
Shout out to ourselves. Our queens of the week are me and Claudia.
Yes. I quite like that queens of the week.
You what?
I quite like that idea, that queens of the week.
Well, I've just come up with it now, so
what we can do is we can do our queen of the week. We can do that as our favourite Instagram post of the week about what queens have done, and we can say what's been our favourite look of the week of different queens that we know from Instagram.
Well, can I just say this? Oh, I've just took my glove off. Can I just say this? My favourite look of the week is Dick. Fucking Dick did this.
With the yellow moustache.
Yes.
Yes.
If no one follows Fucking Dick, you need to go follow Fucking Dick, because he has this look on Instagram recently, which is like a blue morph suit, and it's got a yellow crown on, yellow moustache, and yellow boots, and then big yellow ruffles. Bloody gorgeous. Absolutely stunning.
It's absolutely, isn't it? It is all of my primary colour needs.
Yes.
And then you in red today, it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that is our favourite look of the week. There you are.
I totally agree.
Look at us with segments. Look at us being.
I know. What's this about?
I love us, you know.
Do you know where we're going?
Where?
Places. That's where we're going.
Thank you so much, Claudia, for
you are very welcome
this week. And if you really enjoyed this, everyone, please share it. Please let us know what you think. Promote us and whatever. And if you didn't,
and you better share us and you better like us. Otherwise, I'm going to come and kick Nana's bins over. And she's going to have to pick all that rubbish up on her own because no one can go around her house to help her.
And if you didn't like us, make sure to tip us each £1,000 and we will quit that. Our PayPal will be on screen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Send money.
And yeah, this was our first episode. Thank you, Claudia.
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Bye, loves.
Bye, everyone.